Hey there, Tracy here. Today's video I'm going to unbox the Crafty Crew Kit for March, and we're going to do a little project. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So what I have here in front of me is I have the March Crafty Crew Kit from Crafty Stamp Co. And I'm doing an unwrapping here, and I'm trying to be very careful with this tissue paper because boy do I have plans for that. But that aside, I've got the kit here, and it all comes neatly packed in this really cool little mesh bag. It's a nice sturdy mesh bag. And let's get everything pulled out and have a look here. So first we have the crafty dots. These are enamel dots that coordinate with the papers. And the papers are called Crafty Time, by the way. And this is the Crafty Friends stamp set. So it's got two little characters on there and different little crafty things that you can color, stamp and color. So cute. I think they're both the characters are so adorable. And then we've got the crafty mice. And so the crafty mice have the coolest, oops, I've got this upside down, but it has the coolest sentiments. So crafty is my love language, talk crafty to me, you inspire me. And then this little handmade love by just for you, where you can fill in your name, which is super cool. And then now we have the 6x6 paper pad, and I'm going to show you some of these papers up close so you can kind of get a good look at them. Let's just go ahead and get this sticker off. And I don't have anything sped up here today. So comes packaged nicely. It's a nice thick heavy cardstock. It feels to be about 85 pounds maybe. So we've got the page with all the crafts, and then we've got the little pink bubbles, and we have the hot glue guns with little hearts, and then the little faux glitter. And then we have people who love to craft are always the best people. Multiple times on a piece of paper. So that's pretty cool. You can do that with stamps too, and it's fun to do. Just for an idea. Then we've got this kind of light green background, and then we have this one with the little tape and the little hole punch and the little ink. Looks like an ink blender almost. Little clips. Let me see if I can get this page turned. Okay, and then we have just a really soft peach that coordinates with the papers. And then we have Live, Love, Craft with the coordinating colors, and I'll be using that one today. And on the back side are these adorable little buttons, very softly colored. And here's this beautiful buttery yellow. And on the back side of that are these little cutting machines, crickets, what have you. And then it repeats. So, and it comes in this really nice little plastic sleeve. Boy, I wish I had one of those for all my paper pads. And then we've got the bubble wheel stencil. So we're going to be using that today as well. So let's put all this away, and let me put this aside for another craft. And we will put together a card today. Let's see. So I think we're going to use them. And I'm just going to cut this open. I haven't used this before. What I used before in my video was a prototype. So this is the actual stamp set. And I'll just grab my mini Misty, and I'm going to stamp this character out with some alcohol marker friendly ink on some alcohol marker friendly paper. And I'm going to do some crazy things with this, so you'll have to, I won't color it on camera. I'll stamp it out on camera. I'll color and cut it off camera because it takes a long time, at least me, and to kind of decide on colors and things. And I'm just looking to see if there's anything else I want to stamp out with this, and I don't want to right now. I do end up later doing that, but not right this second. So I'll just do this character and stamp it with, again, some alcohol marker friendly ink. I'm just going to condition it up a little bit just by rubbing my fingers on there. And we'll give this a good couple of stamps to get it nice and dark. These remind me of anime characters, the way that the eyes are built and things. So you'll see after I've colored this that I took some liberties with some color. And, maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll say, T, you're nuts. What are you doing? But I just had to inject a little me into this person. So the person's wearing sweats and a t-shirt and an apron. I don't wear an apron, so you can guarantee that by the time you see the apron on here, my whole clothes look like that. But I've taken some liberties. I've got a little piece of paper towel right there tucked into one hand. I've got the paintbrush in the other. And yes, I've colored the hair green. So, so what? So we're going to go ahead and stencil this stencil just onto a white piece of paper because I need a little backdrop for my person there. And that person has paint all over their apron, and they have kind of a highly colorful shirt. I just used some of my gel pens to kind of color in those abstract circles on there that are almost like a tie-dye. So I'm just going to set this on the center. I'm going to be cutting it out anyway, so I'm not really concerned with whether it's on there straight or not. But I do want to choose a color that coordinates here with this background paper. So I'm going to choose Simon Hurley's Minty Green or Minty Fresh. It ends up that I've got a little more of a turquoise ink on my brush than I thought, but I still am okay with it. So I mainly just kind of wanted to pull in the green from that hair and pull in the green from the little background paper. So here you see me just cleaning off my brush, and I'm just going to stencil around until I get what I think is going to be a big enough circle. Then I will die cut that off camera, and I will also die cut another piece of paper from the paper pad of that really smooth, pretty, buttery yellow. Let's just get this stuff kind of out of the way here. And we'll pull the stencil off. And there we go. So we have our bubble wheel going here. Let's get it unstuck and let's get this cut out. So I've got that cut out. Now I'm selecting this sort of buttery yellow, and I'm going to cut a larger circle with that so that I can mat our little bubble wheel. And then I'm going to use Talk Crafty to Me because I think that's just so adorable. I just can't. And that's from the Crafty Mice. So it's kind of cool. And so I did want to mention that you have up until February 15th to pre-order this kit. And see, there's the paintbrush that I used from the Crafty Friends kit stamps. You have until February 15th to get your pre-order in. After that, it won't be available anymore. So make sure you do that. And if you join the monthly, you do get a discount. And I will link down below where to get this kit from Crafty Stamp Co. So I'm just going to stamp this out in black with just some VersaFine Clear. And I noticed here I've got a little schmutz there on my A. So I'm going to try and wipe it off, but apparently I didn't get it off. Friends, my eyesight isn't what it could be. I probably need new glasses. But I'm going to try wiping it off and stamping it again. And if I can't get it stamped, I'm going to show you what I do to fix it. So you probably can't even see it from your point of view, but I can see it. So I can see a flaw, but I can't see a problem with the stamp. I can't see a little hair stuck to it or something. It happens. So I'm just going to pull this off, and I couldn't get it, and I didn't want to keep stamping and end up mushing it up. So I'm just going to grab my little 01 buried over here in the pile, fine liner pen, and I'm just going to fill in that little space. And boom, like it never happened. It's only a tiny spot. Then I'll fussy cut this because I want it kind of bubble cut. I'm going to trim down the paper to 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm not going to use a die or anything. I'm just going to hand cut it. Well, not hand cut it, because if I hand cut it, it would never be square or rectangular. It would be bloopazoid. we'll get that cut down. Anyway, you can see I've got blue ink all over my hand. You'll have to excuse me, but I don't stop to wash my hands. I don't do it until I'm done for the day almost, depending if I'm going to eat or not. So I'm looking here for a card base, and I think I'm going to use a pink card base to coordinate with the pink on this paper. So there are a lot of colors to choose from on these papers, but they're all kind of a soft pastel. So I'll go ahead and glue this straight down. Everything's getting glued straight down except for my character and the sentiment, which will get popped up. So we'll get that nice and even on the card base. And then I'll start putting down the circles. I can see there that there's a couple spots on that circle that didn't come out, and I'm just kind of auditioning where I want things to go. And I'll go ahead and glue the yellow piece down first. This has been a fun little kit to work with. I'm just kind of making sure that's center-ish. And there, that's set. Now we'll get this one down, and let me just poke out these little holes. Oops, I'm turning it over and I can still see there's a couple of holes that didn't pop out. This is because I got lazy and didn't clean them out in the first place after I used this die. So liquid glue again with me. I ran out of tape on my ATG gun, which I don't even really use because I'm really horrible at it, but I just haven't bothered to put tape back in it yet because I'm just so glue oriented. All right, let's pop this person up. And I'm just going to use some foam strips and just kind of, you know, lay them here and there until I'm happy with their placement, and then we'll get this stuck down. Get that little excess piece right there. And let's go ahead and cut another short piece to fit here down this other leg. Make sure it's not hanging over the edge. We'll get some around the head. It's not sticking, and I'm like, why is this not sticking? Well, because I don't have it on the sticky side. Okay, just a little bit more tape, and then we'll be done taping this one. I really like the soft colors in this particular kit. You guys know me, I go for bright or grungy, but lately I've been really embracing softer colors. So now that's going to pop up there. That person's ready to get glued down. Let me know in the comments what you think of the green hair. Do you think I'm crazy or do you like it? And why not? It's an artist. Sometimes artists do weird stuff. And it's a messy artist. So I'll just set something flat on here to kind of help this dry for a second while I fussy cut the sentiment. And we're almost done with this card. So I just used the scrap there to stamp the sentiment out and left my scissors in the other room. So I think I'll just have to go with my little Tim Holtz scissors. They're fine. They have a serrated edge, and so sometimes that shows up, but it's not going to show up this time. And I'm just going to, live and in person, try and bubble cut this. I kind of get off track eventually, but I do my best. I could have just cut it into like a label. You know, that would be easy. Might be too easy. And here's where I kind of get, I'm not too terribly invested in making this perfect. Trying to get it around these small ascenders. Is that what they're called? I think that's what they're called. Kathy Zilski would know exactly what those are called. But I think they're ascenders. And I'm just, forget the C. I'm not trying to cut into that. I'll just cut the whole thing accidentally. And then I'll just kind of round this off. Okay, And then I'll use a little bit of foam tape on that just to get it even with the character. The dirty, painty, in their sweats character. That's so totally me. Only I don't wear sweats. I wear yoga pants, but, you know, same difference. Those could be yoga pants. They just, to me, look like sweatpants. And so that's a little wobbly, so I want to just shore it up on a couple of sides so it doesn't wobble around on us. So I'll just take and trim smaller pieces. And I've been seeing a lot of unboxings of this, and, you know, I know you guys have seen it before, but maybe you haven't seen it through my eyes, so this is why I'm doing it. And doing a project for you. And I think Elvis has decided that there's a leaf blowing outside, so he ought to bark. I can't control him. I can somewhat control Mike, but not totally. But I definitely can't control the dog. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's add some of these enamel dots. And I think I'm going to use the same kind of light green color as the dots, because it really doesn't necessarily need embellishments, but I do want a little bit of sparkle and shine going on in there just to kind of kick it up a notch. So find my tweezers here in the mess that's off to my right that you can't see, but you know it's there because you've been in my craft room before. So yeah, I decided to use the coordinating kind of green color. Or blue-green. I don't know, blue, I guess. I'm just going to do 3 of the little dots. And this card will be done. There we go. I hope you like this video, and I hope that you'll consider leaving me a thumbs up if you do. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I thank you so much for spending your time with me. There will be a still picture at the end. And don't forget, you have until February 15th if you want to get in on this kit. And this is the Crafty Time paper that I used. I hope that you guys have a good one. Oh yeah, and I can't wait to use this paper for another project. But everything's packaged. That's what I wanted to show, that everything's so packaged so nicely, and it even has my name on it, which I thought was a really nice little touch. There we go. All right. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.